Hello YouTube, hello the Silver Forum, hope you're all doing well. The third gold bullion Tudor Beast has finally landed, so I might as well give you a quick show and tell. These are the really nice boxes that you can actually order from the Royal Mint. They can be a little bit tricky to find because they're actually in there. You've got to search through bullion coins to find these cases, about 49 quid. They're really nice. They can hold about, I think, well, there's 10 1 ounces, and I think there's an option where it can hold about 21 sovereigns. So these are not bad for the collection for the long term. We'll have a look. It's always a nice day when you can look at a bit of gold. We'll have a look at the first ones. So the first one in this series was the 2022, the Lion of England. And I really do like these as a gold bullion coin. Because I think you're getting a relatively free hobby with these. Yes, you do pay a little bit more with these in terms of premium. Some of these, I mean, today's prices, these are about 36, 37 pounds more than the equivalent 2023 1 ounce gold Britannia. So you're paying a little bit more premium, from about 3.5% up to about 6% for one of these, maybe a little bit more. So you do pay a little bit more premium for these. But for me, in the grand scheme of things, it's pennies. And I'm not sort of saying that to be funny or, you know, belittle it. What I'm trying to get at, I mean, I was buying sovereigns in 2017 for 197 quid, and so whether I paid 197 quid for a sovereign or 205, it really makes no difference today when they're double the money. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I think these are really nice for the collector. Get the capsule off these. God bless her soul, Queen Elizabeth II. And it's got the same obverse as Britannia's. It's got that sort of guilloche, if I'm pronouncing that right, that sort of checker plate effect on the back for security. And I do like that with the gold bullion coins and the silver. And we can have a look at the reverse. And the effect that they produce with a sort of holographic sort of chainmail in the background, that is nice. Actually, you don't get that on the proof coins. So as a coin lover and a coin collector, I think you're getting actually a little bit more for your money in terms of what they've actually done to the coin. There's no edge inscription on this like you do get with the proof coins, but overall these are nice to collect. They are producing about 2 a year, I believe, and with the proof coins we are slightly behind the proof coins because they've got 4 in the series where there's only 3 in the Tudor Beast so far, and I think it's normally about 2 a year, so we'll be collecting these until about 2026, I think. Yale Beaufort. And with these as well, in terms of, you know, investment and that sort of thing, I mean, like I always said, there's about 38 quid difference in these from a 2023 Britannia. So, you know, some people will want to collect close to the spot, and that's their decision. You know, that's what's right for them. I mean, in real terms today, the cheapest 1 ounce I can find as opposed to one of these is a secondary market Krugerrand, and they're about, the cheapest I found is about £70 cheaper than one of these, like for 1 ounce of gold for 1 ounce of gold. So, you know, there are stackers out there who want to buy close to spot as possible, so they may be leaning towards Krugerrands. However, this is not financial advice, this is just me waffling in my kitchen. What our lovely government's done is actually reduce the capital gains tax allowance from 12 down to about 6,000 quid. And let's be honest, most collectors like us, normal guys, it's very rare you're going to be buying and selling gold bullion and whacking, you know, making over the £12,000 profit. Some people do, I know people do, but for most normal human beings, that £12,000 limit really wasn't a factor with world gold. Now it's reduced down to 6. it's got a little bit tight, but I think once it comes down to 3,000, I think a lot of people will be reconsidering their stacks. Purely because I'm seeing that now with some guys. I think some guys are diversifying a bit more, dropping some of the world gold and buying more bullion, UK currency bullion, which is not subject to CGT. That's your own decision to make, and there's massive advantages to buying a CGT-free product than something that potentially, well, will definitely drive into that tax bracket. Also, I can actually see a lot more people entering the UK gold bullion market because of that. I can definitely see accountants maybe suggesting to their clients they park the money into something that doesn't trigger CGT, and these things don't yet, hopefully. So that's just me waffling around. So the cheapest 1 ounce gold today would be a Krugerrand, about £70 cheaper than this. A Britannia would be about £38 cheaper than this. So I think I'm getting a good value for money as a collector and a stacker. But there's always a but. These, I would say, going off the last series, the Queen's Beast 1 ounce series, those were fetching quite a sizable premium. This is for where you need to do your homework, especially the 2016 Queen's Beast line of England. At one point, they were fetching 25 to 30% premium above the gold price. So this is where there's a little bit of a gamble in the market. There's a little bit of extra money to be made with just instead of just buying and stacking the gold. Some of these have a little bit of semi-numismatic value. Maybe, might not. I'm not saying these will. I'm just saying they could do. And what normally happens when people start collecting coins, and we've all done this, I've done this, where you pick up a series halfway through. You might only start picking up when you get on the third or fourth or fifth coin, and you start, something will trigger somebody and think, oh, I'll buy the fifth one in the series, and I'll buy the fifth, sixth, seventh. But what you tend to do as well is then buy backwards through the set, and it's buying backwards which always costs you the most money. So you may find with this set, like the Queen's Beast set, once we get into sort of year 3 with these, the year 2 and year 1 bullion gold sovereigns may have a positive premium on them. They may or might not, but that's the risk and gamble we take. I think possibly yes. I don't think to the extent of the Queen's Beast, but I do think these will hold a little bit more premium to some collectors rather than a standard Britannia, or most definitely Krugerrand. Krugerrands are just don't hold any premium except for the spot price. So that's just me waffling today about why I see the gold 1 ounces for these. But if I just take the capsule off and we can have a look, it's quite a happy fella. Reminds me of the Bull on the Coleman's mustard jars for some reason. We've got the Tudor rose, and again the sort of holographic backgrounds. I really like that. I actually think they should introduce that onto the proved coins instead of just having plain fields. And we've got King Charles III on the background. So so this set will definitely have 2 monarchs. We've had the sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, and I'm just interested to see, or sort of see how these sets actually cost as we're going along here. I mean, this one was 1608, 1609. These ones I need to check, but I know they were less than 1600. I've got I think that was around about 1523, if I remember rightly. So, in a very short period of time, we've gone from 1523 to 1611. And luckily, before this set price came out, gold price did dip. When at the peak, it was dipping about 1650. 1 ounces were well over 1700 quid. Who knows which way the gold price is going to go, but if it's following the same sort of trend going through the years, I think by the time I get down to these last 2, it would be reasonable to expect. And again, it's not financial advice, it's just me thinking about it. I think I would say these 2 would be comfortably well over £2,000, possibly 2,100 maybe in that mark. So where you've picked that up at 15, 16, and now all these are worth possibly 2,000 quid. It's, who knows, but it's not a bad way to collect. And in terms of going forward and what the gold price is going to be worth, this is why I don't really procrastinate too much about paying a little bit more for these, because by the time you get down to the end of the series or over a period of time, the gold price cost averaging, it really doesn't matter for me in terms of not buying the optimum one in terms of the closest to the spot price. I would much prefer to pay just a little bit more and get a nice little hobby out of it. But I'll revisit these in about another 5-6 years once the set's full, and just see what sort of premium these are fetching against the Britannia of a day. And I would say very quickly, I could see these fetching 15-20% more in some cases for some dealers, but you are dealing in a smaller market. But who knows? So thanks for watching today, folks. You've listened to me waffle about gold and 1 ounces. Thank you very much. I will see you again soon. If you've got any questions or you want to see any other videos, just give me a shout. I will see you again. Ta-ra.